So this is the fourth game, and we've only seen 3 different people. All right. Apparently, either NoisE, Fold, and Shrinker all just really good, or everyone else in the group is terrible. All right. Top right is Shrinker, is the yellow Protoss. Bottom left is NoisE, as the purple, not teal, Terran. All right. So, Dirty will be joining us shortly. But we have a PVT on Fighting Spirit. Yo, is this group out of order again? Last time the C division had some maps that were out of order, and it confused me a little bit. And this time it is too. I don't think Fighting Spirit was the second to last map in the other ones. I think Outsider was. I think it was Fighting Spirit then Outsider. Alright. So, in both the other games, we saw NoisE go for, excuse me, we saw NoisE go for factory first, and we will see him do it again. Despite how well Fold tried to hide his DT tech, excuse me, I think I said Fold. Despite how well Fold tried to hide his DT intentions, NoisE still managed to snuff it out. And I think that going for the Marine tank push was in reaction to that. I don't think he just wanted to do it on that map anyway. So I would expect to see him do normal siege expand kind of stuff here. Alright. Just like, he's staring. He's staring at all of this money. It's just like this big pile. I clicked on this and I thought for a second, I was like, wait, 1403? Did somebody mine that stuff out? And then it's like, no. No, there's just like different values of each of them. I forgot Fighting Spirit was like that. So, after checking the center for proxies, he will eventually go and scout bottom, as there were no proxies this game. The probe's not going to be able to stop the factory from going down, so NoisE shouldn't have any issues with that. I'm actually curious how many Marines he makes this game, because on match point he only built 3, which is a little bit short, and you can get away with only 3 in the bunker, but sometimes it's a little bit risky, depending on how aggressive your opponent's goons are. And then on Outsider, he built like 10 Marines and went for a really strong attack, so... We'll see.
Oh, hasn't someone said Shrinkers out already, isn't he?
No.
Ah, okay.
Nobody's eliminated until very last round. Well, I guess people start getting eliminated starting before then, but no. Both these players are in it, and the player who wins this automatically qualifies. And the other player we will see play next and still has a chance. So, it looks like Fold is going to do something similar with his Marines again.
Yeah, I rarely see someone building that many Marines, but last game it wasn't too effective against Dark Templars, but maybe this game it will be more effective since Fold is going for a 1-gate robo.
Certainly should be. I thought that last game NoisE was doing it in reaction, just because he's got that scouting SCV in there, and Fold did a pretty good job of hiding it, but maybe NoisE picked up on something. But I guess he did just want to attack with lots of Marines. And
what is interesting that he goes for a second tank. I think it's usual to go 1 tank and then start building vultures. But he decides to build another tank first. So this will be a very strong push since Fold decides to do a fast expansion. Yeah, but 4 goons still can be very strong. So let's see how he micro his goons.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Shrinker is playing with fire here as he does go for fast expansion, as you said. Ugh. I don't know. He needs some pretty nice goon micro. He's doing a good job so far. Doing a lot of damage to these Marines and not letting the tanks get the shots off that they need to do the real damage to the Dragoons. It's actually going to push NoisE back. And if Shrinker's able to get away with...
That surprises me a lot.
With going 1-gate Robo and then getting his expansion up before second gateway, he's going to be at a vast advantage over NoisE.
I think NoisE made a little bit of a micro mistake there. He could have put down like 4 more tank shots on the goons, but just, yeah, I think he did misclick there a little bit. So I think if he had been able to put down these shots, his push maybe would be successful. Since, yeah, every goon is very important in such situations. So yeah, Full definitely ahead now, doing a second expansion already. And yeah, NoisE just finished his first, so...
Well, in most of the other games, NoisE has been coming from an economic advantage over his opponents. But I think this might be the first time we've seen him trying to play from behind a little bit.
Yeah.
And at least in terms of strictly economy. Yeah. We'll see. He does have his third command center. Is going to be going for a quick, fast third. On Fighting Spirit, obviously, very strong strategy. Like it a lot.
That's cool. It's always a pretty risky build, because if Protoss realizes that in time he just go for a shuttle with 4 zealots and can at least bust the natural pretty easily. But I don't think Fold will see this fast enough. Or has he seen the second expansion yet?
Well, he has an observer that just saw the SCV train.
Oh yeah.
So if
maybe
Shrinker was paying attention,
realized that.
Yeah, if Shrinker was paying attention, he does know now. NoisE, man, just now adding on his second factory with machine shop.
But imagine if Fold attack in like a minute with his goon force, which is about, gotta count, a goon group, and a shuttle with 4 zealots. How NoisE wanna hold that at the natural with being sieged like that much in front? That would be so tough to hold. But I don't think Fold is going to go for it. Just macro up, expanding another time maybe soon, cleaning up at 12 o'clock. A probe is coming there, so yeah, very fast third expansion even. And yeah, both just macroing up right now.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, both players are just really content to take very fast expansions. This is going to be a fast, this is going to be a fast fourth for Shrinker before the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get away with it, why not? And I guess that's both players' rationales, and that's why they're just going to keep both expanding. NoisE is now getting his starport. I'm actually not sure. It seems a little bit late for the starport to be for dropships, but I guess... Well, no, it is. It is a science facility. I'm gonna say it seems A little bit late for dropships, but it seems a little bit early for science vessels.
I want to see some nuke in this game, please.
Alright. Ambitious goal here.
I'd be so glad if we see a nuke today.
Alright.
Which is pretty interesting that Fold still hasn't started to produce zealots. He's staying on pure goon. So that can be very dangerous if the Terran is going for a timing attack. And if you only have goons, that is very tough to hold. But Shrinker is feeling safe and just macroing up, going for the double forge upgrade. Now he's starting to produce zealots. And yeah, he's building a good amount of gateways. Got 10 now, 8 now, and 2 are building, so he's doing fine so far.
Shrinker now adding a shuttle, so we'll be getting some of those zealot bombs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we got such a fast starport. I mean, it's not as if he has scan. He knows that there wasn't a Templar Archives when he started that. And he knows that the Stargate's not even finished. Now. But I guess we're just gonna wait here for a while. Now taking out this missile turret, does that mean NoisE wants to go? Quite possibly. He might be thinking about going here. He is moving out with all of his vultures. And, oh, unfortunate that he's moving out at the exact same time that Shrinker is. And Shrinker's going to be able to intercept that, pick off the front vultures, not allow any harass on this expo. Man. It's always this point in the game where I always think Protoss should just be really careful in that you're not going to do a whole lot of damage. And if you just wait, like another 4 minutes, you'll have an Arbiter. And I really think that Protoss should just try to wait until that Arbiter comes out before getting aggressive. I find that it's just not worth it to go for lots of attacks at this point.
Yeah, it's always very important in which spot you can get your opponent. I mean, if you get a good fighting spot, it's not always necessary to have an Arbiter, especially if you have a shuttle with which you can do some zealot bombs. But sometimes, yeah, it's smarter to just sit back, expand, and wait for your Arbiters to finish. Which is what he's doing right now. Pushing NoisE's. Yeah, try to push out a little bit back, so everything's running well so far for Shrinker.
So, does look like Shrinker's gonna go for 2 Stargate Arbiter, and the first Arbiter is on its way. There's the Arbiter if you don't way up in the top. And we,
Wow, look. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. What are you gonna say? Look at.
NoisE, what he's upgrading. He's upgrading. I think it's irritate in English. Irritate.
Irradiate.
Irradiate.
Radiate.
And yeah, that's pretty interesting since Shrinker hasn't got one Templar yet, and yeah, killing zealots like that isn't too effectful. So
Huh.
I'm pretty surprised by that upgrade.
Yeah. Probes are mechanical. You can't do eraser tricks on them.
No.
The only thing you can irradiate of Protoss is Dark Templar, High Templar, Zealot.
Yeah, correct.
So there are no Dark Templars, there are no High Templars. No.
Oh, nice attack by Shrinker, dropping in the High Templars in the fight and doing 6 storms. A very good job.
Wow, those were some great storms. NoisE went just a little bit too fast. Just ever so slightly too fast. But it didn't give himself enough time to siege up. And it allowed Shrinker to really get in there with a lot of goons. And obviously the storms were amazing in that battle.
Yeah, he did a very good job.
It's still not going to quite be enough to kill off all the tanks, but more than enough damage done.
Yeah.
Very nice engagement for Shrinker.
That is just the best you can do. Not only if the Terran has science vessel, but also just in general to have like 4 High Templars in a shuttle. Because good Terrans will focus your High Templars, and if you're not fast enough, you only get out like 1 or 2 storms out of 4, and like this, it's hard for Terran to keep up killing your High Templars.
I refuse to believe that Irradiate was unintentional. I think he's going to dematrix the front tank, then irradiate the front tank, and then he'll hit like 8 zealots at once. Boom.
Yeah, and that like 4 or 5, 6 times with like many science vessels. That would be like the pimpest thing ever.
Yeah, man. It would be. See, it's actually just going to be a more advanced form of the Eraser. It's not going to be 2 science vessels moving back and forth. It's going to be like 8 science vessels.
Yeah.
And as soon as the engagement starts, that's all the micro he's doing. Just sweeping over all the zealots and creating like a zone of death that none of the zealots can get through. It's even better than minefields. I refuse to believe it was a misclick. No way. Absolutely no way. NoisE has just so many good ideas for how to use this Irradiate.
He's researching EMP right now, halfway done almost.
That's lame. EMP is a terrible upgrade. Shouldn't get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Shouldn't get it. Nowhere near as cool as Irradiate. Alright, so another attack from Shrinker going in. Yeah, and this is why that first attack was good. Because by taking out so much of NoisE's stuff, it meant that when Shrinker re-macroed, it was going to be a pretty easy victory the next fight. Oh,
yeah.
Well, maybe not quite. There is enough tanks here. It might not quite be enough to push through this. There will be a couple Arbiters left over that could shoot at some stuff before the Goliaths come, but...
Shrinker a little bit sloppy in that last 2 fights, but... yeah, I think he still has enough. Oh, nice stasis. GG.
2 nice stasis. Stasis on the D-Matrix. For super invincibility. GG. And Shrinker will advance from this group. But we still have to find out who else will